Okay, I'm feeling proper lousy today. I got a proper winter cold and I'm feeling really down in the dumps. So I'm going to make some nice chicken broth today in the slow cooker. And hopefully that will nurse me back to health. What I do every time we have chicken or any kind of meat on the bone, I save the bones and I just stick them in the freezer because we don't always have time to make stock at the same time as picking down the chicken carcass. So I just stick the bones in a bag, put them in the freezer, and then save them for a day like this. So we've got just the bones of one small chicken, which we saved from a roast dinner. Just going to go in with a couple of litres of boiling water. I've got half a stick of celery. Just going to chunk that up into pieces. I've got a small onion, which I'll just quarter. I'm not even going to bother to peel it. It's just going to go in quarters like that. I've got a couple of cloves of garlic. Let's chop them in half and in there. And then I've got bay leaves, thyme, nice big sprig of Turkish thyme, some sage, and a little bit of rosemary. All in there. There we go. Lid on, and we'll just simmer that in the slow cooker for most of the day, probably about 6 hours. Okay, now I was hoping I'd be able to do a whole recipe video with this stock and I would show you me making a lovely soup out of it, but I actually feel too lousy to film a whole video about that. So let's just have a look at the stock anyway, and then I'll just tell you what it is I'm going to do with it. So this has been in the slow cooker there for about probably 6 hours. And you can see it's turned into a lovely golden brown stock, and I'm just going to strain the whole lot into a big jug. Yeah, and it smells fantastic. Even with my blocked up nose and my cold, this smells delicious to me. Okay, and I will grab the rest of that in a moment, but just so we can have a look at what I've actually made here, I'll just put that colander in there for the moment. And there we go, we've got lovely, rich, golden chicken stock. And what I will do, I'll just dice some vegetables, some carrots, some celery, some onions, some red pepper, some potatoes, and I will just cook a nice broth with chunks of vegetables in it, and maybe some nice little dumplings or something like that, just to warm me up, get some steam into my nose and throat, and hopefully make me feel a bit better. So sorry that wasn't a full recipe, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make stock, and actually how you shouldn't really ever throw the bones away from a roast chicken. You don't have to use them straight away. You can just dump them in the freezer, and then when you have the time, or when you really need the stock, you can get them out and make some lovely chicken stock in your slow cooker, and it takes almost zero effort. Okay, so I said I would mention it in an episode of Weird Stuff in a Can where I just featured this momentarily. This is the Baxter's Cocker Leaky soup, and it's actually quite a thin chicken broth with leeks and carrots. Let's have a little taste. Really rich, and the leeks really come out. There's a lot of leek flavour in there, so it's really oniony sort of, but at the same time quite rich and chickeny. Got a little bit of rice in there by the look of it. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy that now, but that's cocker leaky soup. You can probably infer quite a lot about your relationship with other people by the surprise little gifts that they buy you. And here's an interesting one that turned up at work for me today. One of my team members took it upon himself to buy this for me. It's a surprise gift, completely out of the blue, and well, let's have a look and see what it is. It was quite a surprise when I opened it up. I mean, first off, actually, it's interesting that the eBay seller that this came from took the trouble to actually write out the address completely using stencils, actually by hand. Quite interesting, but there we go. So I opened it up, and inside we've got just a very large quantity of moist wipes of several different varieties. So that's it. So we've got, now these are the predominant species in here, and just for reference, that's what they are. They are the current iteration of moist wipes from KFC. And let's just have a quick look. I'm not going to count these up or anything like that, but let's have a look at what sort of variety we've got in here. So we've got that one, we've got that. Yeah, we've got several different. Oh, that's another one of. Oh, those are different. Yeah, those are different. There's an old KFC one there. Is that it? Is that the extent of the varieties we've got here? It's the same as that. Yeah, I think that's it. And like I say, I'm not going to count them up because... oh no, there's another one. Look, there we go, another one. Different one there. Yeah, I'm not going to count them up because that would just be almost as weird a thing to do as giving these as a gift in the first place. So, yeah, we got two from Favourite Fried Chicken, one from Caravanserai Restaurant and Takeaway, one from Classic Fish and Chips, so several from Classic Fish and Chips, 3 generic lemon fresh wipes, and KFC old and new. There we go. So why on earth would somebody buy this as a gift for someone else? Well, there you go. I don't know. It's a bit of a gag gift, actually. It's a bit of a standing joke in my team. I sometimes go to KFC for lunch, and when I do, being a man of some facial hair, I often take more of the wet wipes than probably other customers do, because I have to wipe the chicken grease out of my beard. And so very often I come home and I've got a few left of these in my pocket after I come back from lunch. And I guess this is just a bit of a just a bit of a little dig at the fact that I'm not collecting these. I'm not collecting these on purpose. It's just they sometimes come back with a little pocket full of these, and they are quite useful for wiping your hands if you have to change a tyre or something like that, or do anything else that ends up with greasy or dirty hands. And so I find them useful, but I didn't really expect to get a packet of like 150 of them in the post, and some of them look a little bit worse for wear. They are kind of probably collector's items by now, if such a thing exists. I mean, I guess I ought to open up one of each of these and review them, didn't I? This is an unboxing video after all. So let's have a look. So, Favourite Fried Chicken. This one looks, well, it looks like it's been in the bag with the fried chicken. Let's open it up and see. Still moist. And still lemony fresh. Yeah, that's a usable wipe there. The other Favourite one, well, again, it looks like it might have been around a while. Yeah, this one's dried out. They do that after a while. It's lost its moistness in the bag. No use, that one. Let's try the lemon fresh wipe. Well, it looks intact. Oh, oh! It smells really, really strongly of cigarette smoke. Not happening. Wow. Let's try this lemon fresh. That's not lemon fresh. That's nicotine not fresh. Oh, this one's really moist. This one's sopping. And quite robust as well, and towel-like. And lemony fresh, but quite an artificial lemon sort of scent on that one. But that one, I think, could shift some quite serious grease. Look at how tough that one is. It's like a woven fabric almost. Okay, next one. Tear here, freshen up, hand wipe. That one's dried out a bit in the pack and seen better days. Let's have a sniff. Still lemony fresh. Oh no, kind of stale and yucky. It just smells a bit dirty. Not lemony fresh anymore. Classic Fish and Chips hand wipe. Interesting. Where's this one going to tear? There doesn't appear to be a little tear notch on here. Okay. guess this is one of these ones where you have to... have to nick it with your teeth. Not the best idea. And then we've got, not very moist at all. That's just dried out. It's a woven, almost woven fabric there. Oh, smells like bad perfume, that one. That's not lemon fresh, that's like cologne or something like that. Horrible, nasty. We'll save the KSC ones for last. But, so Caravanserai takeaway. Let's have a look at this. So this is a odd, soapy sort of aroma for that one. But look at the size of that thing. Look at that. Magnificent. Really, again, quite moist. And soapy freshness on that one. Not bad. And then these ones, I guess, are quite predictable. So this one I know, and I know fairly well. That's looking rather yellowed, actually. That's not. I wouldn't normally expect that to be a paler white than that. Oh no, that smells of chemicals. It smells of like petrol or something. Oh no, it's gone off or something. Let's try a different one. That one looks a bit newer. No, it's not lemony at all. It's kind of, it's got weird chemical aroma. I think that's just been stored for too long. So that doesn't really bode very well for this one, which is the older design. So this is an older pack design for KFC. It is still moist, but not lemony. It's I think that one, actually I don't think this is, I think this is one when they did have alcohol in them. Yes, this is the old one before they were alcohol free. So yeah, this one smells kind of surgical. That's one of the really old ones. Now they're all alcohol free refreshing wipes, but the one there is one of the old school ones that actually contains alcohol, and you can smell it. It smells like surgical spirit. So there we go. That's a quick review of all of these weird lemon fresh wipes, which I don't know why I've got these. I don't know what I don't know what this is all about, but maybe that's a little bit of an insight into the kind of banter that goes on in my daily life at work. There we go. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.